If you've used services such as AOL, then you've probably heard of the infamous dial-up sound. You know the one. But why?
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on and said I might as well kick it. First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air living like? This might be alright. I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh and it had dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, man, forget it. Yo, home's the Bel Air. I pulled up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cabbie, "Yo, home, smell you later." Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air.
Hey everybody, how's it going? How's it going, Tezos? How you doing over here? 1990s, man. Yeah, tech stocks are booming right now, man. You bought pets.com lately? Let's go. Hop in the chat for pets.com and other tech bubble assets. They're going to overtake themselves. They're going to overtake the world, chat. We're going to do things. Thanks a bunch.
All right. Hey, Traders. Welcome to the 90s stream. Since I literally missed and forgot about the 80s stream, so I had to make it up. I felt terrible about it. So here we are. All right. Give me a decibel check on the audio. It should be really quiet because this is not. This is 90s music. Like literally, the music we listen to devolved. Right. This is like the genesis of the progressive deep house we listen to every day on stream. So it's kind of like the Godfather of it just plays into things. So it should be pretty quiet though. Hopefully, because I know a lot of people might not like it. Sounds good. Okay, it's not disruptive, right? Dude, yeah, Amazon. Y'all heard about that Amazon stock, chat? You know, it seems like they're trying to compete against Books a Million, and Books a Million. You know how that thing is gonna be here forever, right? We're always gonna have Books a Million. But now you have this competitor called Amazon. Weird name, you know? It's like the Amazon rainforest, I think. Something about them. Well, you know, joking aside, literally today, Amazon announced 20-to-1 stock split and $10 billion stock buyback. So that'll do it. That will probably, I mean, that'll pump the price up 10% after hours, something like that. You know, it was rolling over. It was like over. And guess what happened? They had to do it. They knew the technical damage being done. They knew where Amazon was. It was screwed. This is exactly what AMD did. They have technicians, man. They really do. And you're back above the critical support at 2900, 2877. That right there, that's where you are after hours. So, well, they did it, man. Yeah. You just made your lowest daily candle close since like June of 2020 yesterday. And of course now, yeah, you're back, man. The dragon's still alive. Did it double bottom? It could be. It could be a double bottom now. You stay above. Hey, if you open tomorrow around this price or a little higher and you back test 2867, it's possibly a long trade setup. If they're going to do this to the markets, man, right? And what happened? Ukraine cooling off on NATO talks. I think we need a lot more data, evidence. It's just one of those days where, right, not every day can be like, oh my God, the risk off assets, literally like gold tested all-time highs. It's not going to be like that every day in downtrends. You're going to get days like this where risk on assets do okay, whatever. It was up 2.4% on the day and 6.6% after hours. I think it was up higher. But yeah. So just because you had a good day today doesn't change the trend. The trend is still not good until we recapture previous highs. The previous high on Amazon's like 3250. You got a long way to go on that. Anyway, but elephant in the room. What happened? You know, left the stream. We were starting to break out on the 60 minutes. And lo and behold, we've run all the way up to the major area. This is the line in the sand on Bitcoin. But the context is incredible now. It really is really, really good. Another higher low. And traders settled up higher than they did late February. You have consecutive levels higher than previous. And those levels are higher than the previous level before it. But you're at the value perceived area. Market participants perceiving value here. This could be it. You needed data. It's not dead yet. That was we look at the daily. Bitcoin's argument, bullish argument's not dead yet. But you need something, man. Come on, we got to do something. And you did something. I think above 42K on the daily.
Something's missing. As it's the 90s stream, do we get Spice Girls, Oasis, and Backstreet Boys as backing music?
Dude, I don't know. See, the problem with that is like the copyright, man, they have it locked down on 80s, 90s music. They like will block the stream and it won't be a VOD. Like they'll take it down. And I can see, I'll be able to watch it, but no one else will when the stream ends. So what do you want? You know, UEB, Crypto Hoarder, chat, Rick Schmitz, Smitty, what do y'all want? I mean, if we play this music, you'll be able to watch the stream again afterwards. So, I mean, of course, I was thinking about Backstreet Boys. That was the first thing on my mind, of course, and Spice Girls. Yeah, duh. Hanson, Mbop, come on, dude. Man, I grew up in the 90s, so I resonate a lot more with this theme than I do the 80s, because I was born in the late 80s, you know. Couldn't even really think until the 90s, right? I mean, just... So, yeah, this... And I'm sure that might be the same case for a lot of y'all in here. 90s resonating more. And I do think that was, like, one of the greatest decades ever. Because think about it. It was... the beginning of the 90s was the Soviet Union collapsed. And China had not joined the World Trade Organization yet till 2001. So we just had this, like, 10-year period. Wow. Prosperity. In a lot of ways. And then you had the NASDAQ boom, the tech bubble, all the internet came to be, right? All these things that laid the groundwork for where we are right now. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, dude, of course. Shout out to Jimmy Ragsdale, his epic 11-hour stream yesterday. I participated in that a little bit. He raised a little over $5,000. Again, in 11 hours for medical supplies to Ukraine. Hype in the chat for that. Hype in the chat! Very cool, man. And proud to be able to participate in that. Where it was just like, man, my gears were grinded yesterday. I just don't understand how someone has a problem, you know, with just being, you know, anti-invasion. So, anyway... We are at critical areas, but the beauty is a local high or low. It's like a local double bottom chat after a previous... That's 3 times. You know what they do? What's up with the rule of 3? The rule of 3 kind of played into the trade setup, where you had 3 valleys consecutively, all this massive divergence, and then you sprung above the level where we had just gone back and studied it, you know, like on stream together. Like what happens when you break this level and back test it and hold it. You've used it as resistance multiple times, but when you break it back, test it, great things happen. You just go back here. Look at this. Look how you broke it, and then you back tested it twice. And then you were gone. And then you go back further in time. Was it here? No, it was further back. It was here. Right here. So you broke that level, then back tested it only once. It was resistance, 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 then became support, and then gone. So that was kind of the thinking on that 60-minute swing trade. Where is... Oh, there it is. Sorry, the little arrow. So that was kind of the... Well, it might do the same thing. I mean, you're sitting this level, and you're failing to dump, and so it ended up becoming like a little miniature complex inverse head and shoulders, and then whatever, rounded out. And then broke out, hit the measure moves, and now it's just skating along very critical areas. And if you break them, man, you're going to 44.4 again, 45K again, sure, absolutely. But I think this time, just clean it up a little bit for you. Oops. Here is your just another Bitcoin chart. Just think about it, you know. I mean. Here's your range, and it's an OR rectangle, and like you have failed, for now, you have failed to see the bottom of the rectangle since you hit the top of it. So you now have an argument for a potential partial decline. It becomes a confirmed partial decline once we see 44, 45K one more time, right? If we see this one more time, 70% chance of a breakout, and the target's 58K. Easy 58K target on something like this. So that's what we got to pay attention to. Yes, there is maybe just a little bit on the 4-hour, just a little bit of hidden bearish divergence. That's very real. So a continuation downward could be in store for Bitcoin if it stalls here, which it could. It's major resistance. But at the same time, you know, maybe nothing. Maybe, yeah, and the hidden divergence just plays out where all you got to do is just make another higher low. Make a higher low than 37.1, and everything will be good. So it's just like, you know, anyone asking about Wyckoff, I don't know how I can plot it as Wyckoff, because I think you would have to retest 34K again one more time. If you look at the schematic, it's just not, it hasn't done everything that a schematic would do, but that's okay. Fine. I don't want to see 34K again. If you keep making higher lows, who cares? It's like you made your low January 25th. That's higher than the lows from July. Okay, at an 886. You saw 886 one time. Too much demand to push it, to test it again. It was a slightly higher low, and then you rallied, and then you're making another higher low. You're just showing all this accumulation right now. Hey, you're above the 200 moving average again on the 4 hour. Nice. That's good. So you get where I'm at. We're in a rectangle, and you're working on a potential partial decline. You see 45K again. I think you are breaking out. I think you're going to break out if you see that price one more time. If my background's giving you seizures, sorry, dude. Just tune in tomorrow or yesterday or any other day ever besides today. Wow,
maybe
easy.
Next month awesome. Love this community and your aura attitude 90s.
Would you take a look at OPCT/USDT? Thanks, Mitch.
Leah, thanks for the super chat. Matthew Ray, W, thanks for 20. Yeah, we'll look at OPCT. Sure. A lot of these altcoins still at those 886s and stuff. Haven't really done anything, have they? Underperforming Bitcoin a lot. So yeah, anyway, that's Bitcoin. Let's go to the weekly on Bitcoin real quick, just so you can see the development. Pretty good. I mean, right? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and Bitcoin, inverted hammer, I guess, last week, but really, really good. Like when you're above 38, 39K on the weekly, that's the line in the sand on the weekly. Though we know on the daily, there's another line in the sand at 44, 45K. Sure. This is great. The hidden bullish divergence argument still alive, right? And pending price action continuation on a significant time scale. You've rejected the bearish control zone, and you're starting to rally, or your highest weekly RSI you've seen since. I mean, this is the highest weekly RSI Bitcoin seen of 2022 right now. Very nice on the weekly. So you hold this level, chat. This is great. Very little resistance till 50, 52K, but I'm thinking 58K because of the massive wave structure. So it's like our thinking wasn't off base at all. Like, I don't care if it failed or not. Like, you're telling me there's an asset in a major range in a long-term uptrend that hits a deep retrace, resets fully, and then confirms a bottom, but then rallies off the confirmed bottom and then hits a supply line or a sell wall and can't break it and sells off and then makes a higher low and gets back to or at those major resistances. So strong. Those are like that's like a sign of strength we saw today, where Bitcoin was up 10+% earlier. Wow. Again, like, tell me if the music is... I know the music might be annoying. That's why I'm trying to turn it down as much as I can.
I try to turn down the music, the 80s music, as much as I can, dude, 'cause we're in here we're in the 90s, man. Okay? We're on AOL. It's a new technology. It's really, really good, though. It's nice. I'm also downloading a few pirated videos right now from LimeWire and the Pirate Bay. I don't know if the Pirate Bay existed yet. Napster, though. Napster just Metallica's guy. He just sued Napster, chat. We're screwed.
There'll be another way. Dude, back off mic. Hello, it's a feature. It's a fun little joke. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that when I have analysis going. Just... All right, so let's go to Ethereum. How you doing, Ethereum? The little shark cipher kind of caught a reaction, but yeah, hidden bearish divergence kind of developing definitely on the 4 hour. Yeah. A little bit. There's that hidden bearish divergence. Look at this. God, dude. Ethereum. It's underlying weakness to Bitcoin so evident. Like, I can't break 60 literally like ever, man. I just break through it and fail. I test it as resistance and you just can't do it, man. Like, give me a break. Underperform Bitcoin. It's up only at 5.2%, or Ethereum's up, or Bitcoin's up like 8 to 10%, right? So, you still, like, it's cool that you're now making like lows, the higher low, now a higher low again. You're doing kind of what Bitcoin's doing locally-ish, but just not as good. Like, Ethereum needs to get above 3K. It's below it. It's just not as good of a chart as Bitcoin, because if this was performing equally to Bitcoin, it would be at 3K right now, testing its major inflection point, its breakout point, right? So But hilariously, right? How is this happening? How in the world is this happening? How is Ethereum showing classic bullish divergence on the daily already, right? I don't know. We talked about it for a second yesterday. If you just catch any bids, which we caught them, man. How is that happening? Oh, yeah, and it was about the RSI was pretty crazy too, right? So you're diverging locally already, and then you've got that. You're rejecting 40, and you're like springing back, testing 40 on the RSI. That's really like that's something to like pay attention to. Let's see what happens. I don't think if there's any research ever been done on like 40 acting as support and then confirming it's low at 4. I have no idea, but let's pay attention to it, because what if a spring back test of spring on the RSI ushers in a massive markup in price, which would take the RSI to 60 again? I don't know. Just note it, okay? Take note. No idea how this will turn out, but it's good that locally you're trying to make kind of 2 lows here. Still a higher low than the first low, and still massively outperforming the index funds, which is really a big deal. So when the index funds catch some bids, then these will outperform. Hopefully you can get a 3K, still in the downtrend. It's not as strong of an argument as Bitcoin yet, but maybe it'll catch up. All right, let's go to BNB. That was pretty good. BNB was pretty nice, right? It was like if you were in on the trade setup, you were just waiting. You were in purgatory, waiting for action. You got a little bit. Not too much. It's only up 3% today. See, everything's like underperforming Bitcoin kind of, for the most part. I mean, some things are outperforming, like ICX just happens to be at 32%. Hex is up 31%. Mother of God. Hex did it, man. It sprung. You got SNX up 20%. You got Luna up 16%. So there's some that are doing better than Bitcoin, but not that many. Okay, so BNB has that breakout. It's like confirmed out of the downtrend, it seems like. I'm talking about the supply line, but it's got to recapture its previous highs. If you can break above 430 for real, you go to 500, and that's like the trend is reversing back to bullish again. Or you got to recapture previous high. You got to make a higher high. All right, you bottomed out, but that's not good enough. You got to make a higher low and then a higher high after. So you're trying to put in a higher low locally. So it's all about 430, but this is like this is near the lower end of like the risk area for BNB for a long, and the target I think would eventually be 500 and then 600 and then 665 on the way up, because this is like kind of again like the major wave down is ending and confirming that the major wave down has ended and the uptrend could resume. The long-term uptrend could resume, where you're just only making higher lows. That's it. You're not making lower lows majorly, right? I mean, world price was in May $200 and $266 in July, and then $330 when it bottomed out in late September last year, and then slightly higher, especially where traders set it up. You hit an 88% retrace. Those are higher lows than that first low, than that low, previous low anyway. And now it's time, right? Showing us all the variables for much higher prices eventually, which is in line with kind of what we thought might be maybe going on with Bitcoin, but we kind of got a little more confidence after today. Okay, BNB, and then we go to XRP. Yeah, I checked, dude. XRP is still a higher market cap than Luna even after today. XRP up 6%. There you go. See, it's oops. All is well on XRP, right? It was just hanging out. One would just be long on this, waiting for $1 and higher, or to get stopped out, because it's like you're just at a point where it was all the variables are showing, just like BNB. All the variables are there. The stage is set for the trade to play out or to get stopped out, and it's starting to rally a little bit off of that inflection point, 69.5 cents. So, music's real low. That's good, though. It's supposed to be really low. I mean, you can almost barely hear it because it's just not... It's okay, man. I'm just not into this music that much, but... What about now, Brad? Just marginally better? Okay.
Pump Mike's bags tip $21.90. Can we please scope $CNS Centric? Down 99% FTW. 0.205.
Let's go 99%.
LTC.
CNS. Thanks for the Litecoin contribution. Pump my CNS bags. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, well, on the list. All right. But for now, XRP, You're just in this, waiting for it to, again, stop out or run to targets like first target $1, then 133, and then 150 beyond. So it's all good, man. All it's doing is higher lows for now and testing support as support, which is good. All right. Now let's go to Luna. That I'm sure soon will eventually take out XRP as the top coin. But here it is, just 2 days ago. We're talking about that day, March 7th, where you back tested what was once resistance as support. And if Bitcoin caught bids or anything, you'd be good. You bullish engulfing to confirm what was once support as support, right? And now we're catching follow through. Or today, Luna has hit an all-time high, 104.60-ish. Jesus chimes.
Just felt like streaming.
Wrong button, sorry. Jesus chimes for Luna, all-time highs. And 120 is your next target, dude. Easy. Like, Bitcoin's going to 58K. This thing's probably going to like 140. Okay? Such a strong outperformer, up 17%. Not even overbought on the daily. Oh my god. All you do is reset your oscillators, and now you're just sitting at 68. Nice one, Luna. Look at that. Oh, you were losing your positive Momo. You're resetting and just building positive Momo again. So strong. Wow. What a winner, dude. What a freaking winner. One of the best. In crypto, legit. Performance-wise. Let's look at Cardano now. That, of course, yeah, it's up 6%. Congratulations. What are you doing? Well, I mean, you're continuing to show more divergence, right? So you just won't see me as a surprised person if Bitcoin and Ethereum altcoins, they rally and Cardano catches bids too, and it bottoms out here randomly and not at a support just because the macro. It happens. So there's too much work to be done. I mean, Cardano's got to get back above $1 before you can even start thinking about it again. But if it breaks $1, it could go to 145, 148. That's just saying so much. That's a mouthful. Yeah, Cardano's got to get above $1. No big deal, right? That's a huge deal. Major inflection point. So if you are a Cardano fan, get above $1, then back test the dollar support, and you could go to 145, 148. Because if the whole macro, which is Bitcoin, is reversing, this might do it too. Okay. Day 119 since the Hay song. Get wrecked. Sorry. You're never going to hear the Hay song again. Okay, just long extended downtrend, multi-month downtrend. God, September, it was all over. And it's never recovered. It's never made a higher high since. So what are you going to do, man? You going to break above $1? Break the supply line? All the stage is set. You can do it if you want. But nothing yet. But yes, I would say now even more divergence has to. You had divergence, now you're showing ridiculous divergence. You're triple bullish divergence on the MACD going on. So if that's staring you in the face, if you get surprised if Cardano continues to rally upward, I'm sorry. That's what implies that a reversal would happen, even at these levels. Okay? And the RSI is definitely showing a low to a slightly lower low with higher levels of relative strength. I mean, that's diverging too. So, okay. Sweet. Let's get ICX. ICX. Wow. Completely makes an over 100% retrace from its previous low to high. Right? But the divergence was there on the daily, man. It was just unending. Just all this divergence extended on. And I want to see this thing get back above $1. $1's everything on this chart. $1 is, if you get above $1, you probably get to $2. Easy. Because that was like the trades. We've had multiple trade setups at $1 that go to $2, right? Different ones. So there's one back here in February and then another one back here in August where they were perfect. So for now, it's like a low and then the slightly lower low. I guess you're confirming a bottom, but again, like these ones like this are just not as good, right? Because like you didn't have any very good like indicator. I want to see accumulation, man. I want to see higher lows. I want to see like percentage outperformance to the macro. This wasn't, right? Remember, Bitcoin has never seen its June lows ever again since it bottomed out, right? And then you got ICX over here that has taken out those lows. It made a lower low. That means like less market participants at one point owned the asset than they did in June. That's an underperformer to the macro, and that's just not something that really makes me be excited about it. Exciting about Luna, exciting about seeing the Bitcoin market outperform the living crap out of the index funds, right? That's crazy. But something like this is just a great day. Awesome that it's up 33%. That's amazing. But wasn't really showing any indication that it was going to be great like this, and it could easily just pull back. Have an alert set up above $1, because $1 could be amazing for ICX. Okay, got to go to Hex. Yeah, well, dude, it held. What did it do? It hit just 100% retrace. Where it had to catch bids, it caught it, man. The divergence finally playing out. That's pretty cool, right? It was like, it confirmed, this is what Bitcoin did in July of 2021. It confirmed a daily bearish breakdown, right? Talking the lowest daily candle close Hex saw since July 12th. That's a technical bearish breakdown, right? As you can see below the candle low close. And then what happened? It's not about the bearish breakdown itself. It is about the follow-through price action, immediate follow-through price action you receive.
Thanks, Mitch. Smiley face.
What do you mean if, Nawab?
CPI data release tomorrow. Might get a short-term pullback if it's above 7.8%.
So, hold on. Thank y'all. We grab Nawab and ICO News. You were close, ICO, but that was 433. That's not a joint, unfortunately. So, it's gonna be above 8%. It'll be above 7. Why would it go down? That's crazy. That would be like such gaslighting, psycho lying. Yeah, dude. Look at all this stuff going on with commodities. Yeah, CPI is lower, by the way. It's not over 8%. Okay, like it'll just be blatant lying if it's not at its highest level of every month. It's being reported, right? It has to be the highest it's been. It will be. So anyway, just going back to immediate fall through price action Hex received after the bearish breakdown. Massive engulfing candle being up 26%. That is huge. That is a statement candle. And let's see, right? If you stay above that level long enough, you are in good shape for 17.2 cents. That daily candle high close. That's your target if this stays above 10.9, 11.8 cents. All right, major support held. Beautiful, man. SNX was pretty interesting. I mean, it had a shark and then another shark, and then this shark, the smaller shark. Look, the big shark and then the little shark. It was a spring back test of spring of what? I mean, that level. Does it go back further? Yeah, like look at the level from September 2020, the low from October 2020, correlation November 2020, and then recently, January. And look, you fell below it and you rallied and you tested it perfectly and you broke to the upside. You're up 21.6%. Beautiful price action correlation to critical levels from history. Wonderful, dude. Beautiful, right? So it's just kind of like we've had this before. It fell below its PCZ though. It went 100.
Hit the like.
Right? So it's like the M shape, and then the type 2 return was the smaller M shapes PCZ. One reaction low, reversal low. Boom. What's up, Leo? Thank you, man.
Bitcoin Boy super chatted $49.99.
Let's go, dude. Thank you, Bitcoin Boy. Join the Discord. Pinning it to the chat. Oh, by the way, the poll we did a couple days ago, right? Remember? 58% of y'all, the divergence will play out or something like that. It played out. So, wow, majority won, I guess. I think that was the poll. I can't even remember anymore. All right, yesterday got pretty loosey-goosey. So, how about we got to look at GBTC, all right? Spending some time in the crypto world today because of just the mega development. All right, so GBTC, the level, November 2020, a resistance. One time was created, and then in history, or then in the future, tested it twice as support. It's the line in the sand. You fell below it, you rallied, you sprung, you back tested the spring once, and now twice. Right? 2 times. That's huge, man. That's crazy. That's a big deal. And then bullish divergence on the second low. The daily though takes out that scam wick, and you can just see it. I mean, this is like lowest risk area you could ever get you know, of an asset in a range. It's kind of like, think about this chart, GBTC, forget, you know, below it, right? But that's the bottom, clearly. And then you look at like SLV, okay? SLV, you can see the range, right? You fell below, you rallied, you sprung, you back tested the spring once, twice, 2 times, and it was off. Now it's in the dead middle of the range. Yeah, pull back. So that's going to happen, man. Like when risk-on assets have a decent day, then the risk-off assets are inverse correlated. They're going to pull back and going to get volatile. So, but you're still above that high from November 11th on silver SLV. But I'm just saying GBTC and SLV kind of similar, and then similar also to GLD-ish. You can see the momentum shifting a lot. So gold down 3%, GLD down 3% after virtually testing all-time highs yesterday on spot. But that's going to happen, and it'll pivot. It'll make a higher low eventually than its previous lows and run again. Okay. So we looked at across the cryptos. So now we go to the S&P 500. Hey, what a day, man! What a day! Has it made a higher high yet? No. The divergence, though, that's the thing that's going on here. Wow. I think you have, like, continuation of bullish divergence. I mean, this could actually play out, you know. I think the Amazon stuff's really going to help. That's a market driver. That right there on the daily, hard to ignore. I get it. But the problem is, you're not making higher highs yet, but you really didn't make a lower low. If you get back above 4,300, you could be fine for a rally to 4,500, 4,550, right? That next resistance. So you just think like major drawdown and then a rally and then another major drawdown, but it's just not as bad as the first one. But now you've rallied made another lower high and you've drawn down again, and the drawdown this time was even weaker, like almost pathetic, none. Right? Just think about, it's like shorting of thrust. The first time you lost 12% of your value in a few weeks, and then from that peak, you only lost 10% of your value. And so from this peak, you've only lost 6%. So 12%, 10%, 6%. Weaker, weakest. So it's all about the data at this point, where yes, of course, if bids came in, it'd be fine, but you did not break above the level you need to break today. But I'm sure the S&P is going to gap up tomorrow with Amazon. Okay, so wow, hard to believe, right? It seemed like all hope was lost, and then buybacks and 20-to-1 splits, kind of uncanny. Oh wait, that was kind of like the only card left were buybacks and splits. Bullcrap. It's all bullcrap. It's like artificial, you know. It's not like, oh, our revenues are or our profits are up, or we've expanded, or we're doing something innovative. Nah, just it's keeping their prices up. Yeah, happy 90s day on the 9th. Thanks for the over 300 likes already. Hey, that's a good sign. I mean, I've past couple of days with like
Rasputin's cousin tipped $22.22.
It pumped.
Russian ruble to US dollar.
It pumped.
Do you consider this the most insane bullish Marubo zoo ever?
Hey, Rasputin over here. There's a 22 Rasputin. This crazy Russian legend. We'll look at it, dude, for real. Yeah, it like had a Jesus candle last night. Hey, Gavin T, thanks so much for joining the Patreon, man. Please be sure to sing the Patreon Discord. Let's go. Thank you, dude. Cheers. Thanks for the almost 1,000 people tuned in. Yeah. Wow, a miracle day. It has to be, right? It has to be a miracle day or it's over. Like it's like these things are happening because they had to happen. Otherwise, yes, everyone in the world sees what's going on. Like the technical support's being broken, no bids, and like they're gonna have to do something. They did, Amazon anyway. So right, you're back above a critical area. Nice little day today. The divergence continues. I guess it's development here, and of course it could always play out, but you're still at really sketchy levels right now. There's gonna be a supply line. There's just so much resistance to break. So yeah, weaker though. Like the sell-off. The same thing I had about talk about the SPX. It's the weakest sell-off of the drawdowns so far. Still diverging. It's not like it was building and now it's not. So it's like, okay, divergence is back on the table. Jeez. Money printer to resume. It's looking like it. Yeah, if that kind of stuff's happening. It's just so weak. It's just terrible. Terrible, dude. But like, hey, like who's to say that it's not, right? Major drawdown, then another major drawdown. It wasn't as bad, and then just weaker, and you couldn't even take out the open from February 24th, and now you rallied, and I think you're still, you got, there's only above 13K. I think there's upside to 14.1 if things really start going. Remember, this NASDAQ, so this is going to be affected by Amazon tomorrow, and you can clearly see it's almost like Class C divergence going on almost. It's like you had the massive level. I've seen this before, right, where you make the huge level and then two weaker levels on multiple lows. I remember Bitcoin did this on the daily. Look at this, okay? Way back in 2019. Just makes me go, where was it? It was like, it was right before the COVID crash, actually. It was right here on Bitcoin. So you look at the oscillator. Yeah, same thing. So it had like the huge run up, the huge spike and positive Momo, and then another rally, slightly higher low, and then almost, just much less lower levels of positive Momo. And then you go one more time, and then you show like the same levels, about a little bit lower levels of positive Momo. So that's kind of maybe the way it's looking on the Dow Jones right now, or the NASDAQ, right? It's just inversed, so again, just right, the big one, and then two smaller histogram islands, just weak, really, really weak compared to the first time, which I get that. So stagnation, we'll see. I think your target's 14K. If you hold above this level, you don't just massively draw down, which you could in a couple days, whatever. Russ 2000. He requested Dash. Okay. Sure, Dash. Try to remember that. Russ 2000. Inverted hammer yesterday. Nice 2.71% update today. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Reminds me, it's kind of like Bitcoin locally, right? It made the low, the second low, and then started drawing down again, and is now making a third low. That's higher than that previous local low? That's pulling a Bitcoin right here, locally. Okay, I'm just gonna follow the S&P and Dow Jones. You had to do something. You did something. Good job, Amazon. Changing the game. Okay, let's look at the spot on gold real quick. Yeah, pull back. Yes, massive bearish engulfing candle on the daily confirmed. Ooh, it's a big reversal candle. That's ugly, right? So down 0.08% on the new day. But yeah, there could be, if you think about the risk on assets, start catching more bids, which is good for Bitcoin and crypto. Good for the stock market. It's going to be terrible for gold. I mean, for the short term anyway. I mean, for a while. The good news is, like, right after these levels, you're going to pull back some. You're going to go back test levels that were once resistance as support. You're going to consolidate. The good news is there is absolutely no buyer exhaustion on a significant time scale, right? Nothing's saying, oh, reversal's impending. It's not. So it'll pull back. It'll flag, go sideways. It'll do stuff. And then, you'll catch relief rallies on the index funds. But once those relief rallies end on those index funds, then gold and all these risk-off assets will start rallying again and continue their uptrend. Yeah. Gold, not a good day. Silver, same thing. I mean, all of them, same thing. I didn't bearishly engulf at least, but couldn't crack that $26 area, though. 2 days in a row, you were above it decisively. Just, nope, you couldn't seal the deal. But that's okay. Any pullback you get will be most likely a higher low than previous low, and you'll just run again down the road once the risk-off assets once the risk-on assets are done with their little rallies, these will make comebacks. Just not a good day. And then XPT that broke out last night, but has pulled back since because massive. It was like it broke out, and I even pinged patrons while it was starting to attempt to, and then just massively reversed when markets opened and risk on started catching bids. There's certainly no buyer exhaustion here, no technical damage, anything. You're just maybe back testing the November 12th high. as support. So yeah, I mean, you pull back some great, you're going to make a higher low eventually in the previous lows and run again. And I think 1337 and way beyond could be where it's headed in time if you're patient. But this is just like, again, finite amount of money, and the money rotates sometimes daily, right? So, okay. Across the markets, man, in the 90s. Let's go. So we got to take a look at wheat futures, down 6.61% today. Filling some gaps, man. Probably going down to 1137. I mean, of course, this thing's gonna finally pull back if like Zelensky's like, we're gonna cool off on the NATO talk. That's enough. On something that's so extended like this, that's all it takes. Just one guy saying one sentence or something, right? There could be way more downside on wheat for the short term. No idea, though. It's like roulette. Good luck. There was a time where it made sense to apply technical analysis, traditional technical analysis to a chart, and it was literally on February 22nd and the 16th and the 10th when there was that pattern identified. No idea that it would do this, but up here, you understand, like, there's nothing to do here. Like, there's nothing I can apply that would, besides it hit a resistance, an all-time high, and reverse there. That's about it. So cool. Corn futures, nice. Bearish engulfing candle, the daily, hit that 113. Also hit that resistance from 2008. There it was. That's exactly where reactions occur, isn't it? Yes. So not much of one yet, but it could turn into more. No bearish divergence. It's crazy. This just reacting at a pattern completion zone of a bearish chart. Cool. Coffee down too. Coffee's still fine. Anything above 220 on coffee futures is awesome. We'll see how it holds. Held up pretty well with risk on assets doing well today. Bullish engulfing candle still very much valid at that support. Orange juice futures continuing to sell off. Oh man, making a lower high. Yikes. When's the last time like OJ made like a massive lower high? Last time like January of 2021. Yikes. Still below the 200. Still making higher highs, higher lows. Live cattle futures. Whoops. Bearish engulfing candle today. Just, never a good idea to long stuff that looks like that. Just, wow, it's like one high a second, a third high, rule of three kind of stuff. Cotton futures, nothing today. Still not really nice uptrend. Still above the heart line. Soybean futures also at a 113. And still above support resistance from a long time ago. From 2008. Still barely, but this is where the reaction occurs, right? It's where you probably get a reaction in time. This hasn't happened yet, but won't be surprised if it does, right? Sugar down 2.5%. Couldn't seal the deal. Bearish engulfing candle confirmed off the dragon breakout and has failed to make a higher high. Interesting. Another lower high. What? Weakness. We'll see how where it bottoms out at. Okay, lumber futures down 4%. All right, maybe double topping here, confirming the tops in. Sure, could very well be the case. And there was some local bearish divergence. And then you go to natural gas. That's still making higher lows, still above the 200 moving average. Everything's good, all right? Everything's good. Go to U.S. oil, that you can imagine any day where we're going to back off on, NATO talk. You're sitting at 111.11. Someone make a wish on U.S. oil right now. Make a wish, chat. I remember in the 90s when I was a kid, and it'd be like 11:11 or 10:10 at night or something like that. I was like, make a wish. Do it. We have less than 6 minutes till your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that bell up. Thanks for being here. Okay, so where are you? You are still above some very critical areas, at least from February 2012 and 13, but you're below that high from 2011. So you got to get back above 115, but at any time, I mean, a pullback happens. All that's going to happen, it'll probably just make a much higher low than the previous lows and then run again. Attempt to rally anyway. No bearish edge, nothing implying a reversal, just a bearish engulfing candle. Could be the beginning of a pullback that lasts a little while. again, while risk on assets do well. I can't even believe it. Of course, dude, right? The rare earth minerals, like, unbelievable. Like, but I think it's tied in. It's heavily correlated, it seems, to risk on assets. So I guess it makes sense today that it was up almost 4%. But you're talking about after showing consecutive lower highs, massive distribution below the 200-day simple moving average, and just sitting at the neckline, and it looked like it was gonna roll over. Nope, not today, Junior. Sorry, once again, gonna fail. So whack, dude. This is a textbook potential three falling peaks. The confirmation line's technically 94.74, the two valleys. And you haven't broken down yet, I guess. I mean, you're still safe. Look at that level. You know how real it is from 2018. Below it's death, but you haven't fallen below it yet. Good God. Okay, DXY, the US dollar. Only pulled back some, down 1%, over 1%. Probably going to come and back test 97 to see if it's support or not. But what a long extended rally, really, right? And where did it look like? It's kind of just up thrusted through the massive channel, you know, and it's kind of, I think it's reacted on that deep crab, or just the crab pattern, just the bearish crab, kind of extended above it. That's okay, it happens. But yeah, nevertheless, pulling back. Because it was overbought in the uptrend, technically, right? Y'all sure the music's not too loud? Because I can hear it, and I don't really like it that much. But again, I'm tolerating it because it's part of the genre. It's part of the theme today. What's up, Crypto Hoarder, man?
Crypto_Hoarder tipped $103.89. What's up, Mitch? 90 stream high. 0.038000000 ETH.
That's right, dude. Well, I felt bad about yesterday because I completely forgot about the 80 stream. So I'm like, how do we make this right with everyone? Because there was an outrage. There was almost a civil war in our community. Traditions were at stake. I had to think fast. And it was like, why not the 90 stream? So here we are. This is the first 90 stream in human history, at least in this community. So welcome to history. Welcome. Thank you, Crypto Hoarder. Of course, Session Top Jesus. And it's not even close, man. Thank you, dude. All right, now we can find, we've gone across the effing markets like deeper than we even did yesterday. Woo! About an hour into the stream. Finally through most of it. Okay. What was the first request, man? I know what it was. I got sirens, dude.
Hype for Crypto Hoarder. Wish that guy all the best too.
Oh my god, dude. Sorry. Muted mic because the sirens. I didn't try to make it real. You're not subjected to. Okay, OPCT, first request. Listen to me. It's like you're at the level where, hey, this is where the bids come in. On type 2s, this is where major reversals occur. But right here on OPCT, it's not catching the bids. It's only back testing 14.9 cents as resistance, which is a very real inflection point. He cannot breach that. But yeah, it's up 10.8%. I was just like, I can't even tell it's up almost 11% on the day. Can you? If you zoom out, no way, man. What? If you break 14.9 cents, that's the line in the sand for this one. Okay. PCZ and multiple, like a mini shark 113 and 886, they're confluent together in your one time and then the second time. I don't know what else has to happen. It may never catch the bids, but this is the area where the major reversals, the new waves begin, right? So like If the TA was respected like it has been on millions of different assets over 100 years on all markets, eventually at this level is eventually where it does this, right? A major wave begins after a deep value perceived retrace. So nothing yet. I can't tell you anything besides it's at those levels that are pretty good, but it's no one's buying. Not enough people are buying anyway. Yes, certainly bullish divergence on the 4 hour right now on both. I think it's playing out because the RSI isn't really anything to write home about on the daily. Again, though, it's just it's a bullish engulfing candle. Technically, will be confirmed and now. Wow, Jesus chimes. Hype in the chat. Hype in the chat for the new day. The day that was great for Bitcoin. Almost miraculous. It was like mandatory. Had to happen eventually. Like in terms of you wanted to see that bullish narrative of what our freaking argument was, kind of like this. You had to see some follow through, some bids, something, man. Like what's taking so long, right? Remember the 60-minute 4 hour? We're already pulled over. We can't pull over anymore. We're already bullishly diverging. We cannot diverge anymore. And finally, the bids came in, right? 24 hours later. So I can tell you, dude, you're below resistance that you desperately need to be above. I'll feel a lot more comfortable about this asset above 14.9 cents. But for now, you did just confirm a daily engulfing candle. And these are kind of actionable levels, but give me some bids, dude. Okay, that's OPCT. And not much has changed, except it's just gained a little bit stronger argument for confirmation lows down here, right? Okay. Let's go back to Bitcoin, because you're local on the 8s. You're literal. How appropriate is this? Oh my God, look! It was that's the 90s Weather Channel thunderstorm. All those logos I have on the forecast, those are like actual 90s logos. Okay, like your thunderstorms and your ice storms and your partly cloud. That's all themed. I don't even know why I have 90s up there. I should just have the same thing. Partly cloudy chat. All right, Bitcoin. All right, what a freaking highest daily candle close Bitcoin seen since March 3rd. Massive statement candle, I think, and you just closed right at a very critical level. You have not broken it, just testing it. But you gotta love the context, the low, the higher low, and technically another higher low getting put in. It's wonderful. And the bearish divergence, what happened? Massively underperformed, didn't even play it. It played out dumping, but only made a higher low. And now you're starting to build positive momentum again. It's really good. I mean, these are things to be optimistic about. They really are. You're talking one low, a second low, and a third low discernible on the daily. I can see 3 valleys on the daily at this level. Are you kidding me? That is such a strong argument for a major reversal to the upside eventually. Yeah, we've had 8 hours of straight selling on Bitcoin pretty much. And that could follow through into today. But who cares, man? You cool off a little bit. I mean, what's there even to cool off on? I mean, really. What are you worried about? All right, a little hidden bearish divergence is there, right? The high, then the much lower high with the slightly higher levels of positive no. It could imply a continuation downward a little bit. Remember, you just make a higher low than the previous low and everything will work out. Everything, okay? Beautiful range though, you gotta admit that. And it's really cool to see that, like, we had to, like, you know, it seemed almost imminent that we were getting a reversal or we were literally gonna just go to 33K. So it was like, all right, might as well take a bet, you know, because it's just when I'm seeing rejection of a critical support on a third valley and I see quadruple bullish divergence on the RSI with hidden bullish divergence on the daily, I'm gonna like at least show patrons or you for an educational moment, like, because this is like, you know, a swing trade, man. 60-minute swing trade. You had the divergence, you were at the support, you were at the supply line. It was that, or it was just about to just collapse and then you could stop down, you move on with your day. But that was kind of the argument, right? It's like, okay, so let's hit 2 of the 3 targets within, you know, 48-hour period. Pretty good. So you're just hanging out. What if you pull back? So who cares? Go back, test 40K. We're not, you know, and just hang out and just blast off again and see 44,444 repeating, of course, right? So top of the range could be a third target. But again, that's the 60-minute. that is without context of what we're witnessing on the daily. That is so bullish. It's so good if you can just keep this up, all right? And what's kind of whacked out right now on the 60 on Bitcoin, somehow it's already starting to, if you start rallying any, there's going to be hidden bullish divergence with no pullback. That's hyper strong. Wait, Crypto Horda. Thanks for the 1770. Oh, were you going for the 1776? Yeah, it's real tough, man. But there is a variation if you get the 1776, you know. I think you know that. But here it is, right? It's already like, we just talked about it, and like seconds later after the Crypto Hoarder tipped, it's like, you're losing negative momentum? This will inevitably turn into hidden bullish divergence, whether you rally now or you pull back to 40K and rally. Remember, Bitcoin's a momentum-driven asset class. And when it decides the bottom's in, it doesn't pull back too much before rallying again. So and if you've hit 2 of the 3 targets, you can't be surprised if you see that 3rd target, right? Sooner rather than later. Momo shifted quick. Only TA was respected, right? So, very strong right now. God. Like I say, like 8 hours of selling straight just mean like, you know, you had like 2 4-hour candles in a row that were red, right? That's it. So he tried with the 1776. Yeah, he did. He tried in 1770. Oh, was that a good year? I don't think so. We were being tyrannized, right? Pretty bad. All right. The look on the 8s. We did it, man. Pull back a little. Who cares? Just make a higher low. I'm telling you, just make a higher low than 37.7. All is well. Potential partial decline is actually real. Potential. If we see 44 to 45K again, we are going to break out. There is an extremely high chance, high probability based on technical analysis, we would be going to 58K or 52 to 53K first and then 58K after. Okay. So just give me one more test and it's on, dude. So yeah, I mean, that small consolidation is more just like, you know, again, I'm just plotting it like this because this is the potential decline, partial decline that we're looking for. Of the rectangle, right? You get partial declines or partial rises. You flip the chart, partial rise. You get those in rectangles and in broadening formations, like for instance, this is the German 30, and what it had a spectacular rally recently, but it's probably just going to turn into a lower high. But like right here on the daily, this is technically a partial decline right here. That was your partial decline, but it's crazy. Sometimes, you know, it turns into other things. What did it turn into? It's turned into a massive double top. But like, you know, when the asset creates the pattern, the broadening formation, or the ascending broadening wedge, descending broadening wedge, right angle, ascending broadening formations, right angled, descending broadening formations, bullish rectangles, bearish rectangles. That's where you find your partial declines and rises. So this was the right angle ascending broadening formation. So you hit the bottom of the structure, then you rallied and you failed to hit the top. So you had a potential partial rise. When you sold off, you never hit the bottom again before rallying once more. So you didn't even really get a confirmed partial rise because it did not hit that bottom again. That's the whole criteria of it. So if that would have confirmed the partial rise, you'd had a 70% chance to break out there, but you failed and you rallied one more time just to confirm that the top was in before then rolling over. This was another like part of the partial rise. And once you hit the bottom, you bounced one more time to make a lower high. But that was like when you had a confirmed partial rise anyway. So, yeah, massive Jesus candles on the German 30. And look where it went. Look where it touched. It touched that high back from April 2015, a critical level of support, resistance. That's where it went. And for now, it's rallying very well. There was no bullish divergence. It was just a reaction, a massive reaction occurring at a support. Limit buys, whatever. And then the U.S. equity markets helped. So now where are you? You're back at your high from February 2020, just before the COVID crash. That's where you're sitting. Up 6% on the day. Wow, an index fund. Oh, you were close, dude. Yikes, you were close. All right.
0.0065123088.
Dang it, it showed up, though. I got the email. It said 1773. So we're getting there. All right. We're getting there. We're losing battle still to the British, the redcoats, but we're still not free, man. Thank you, dude. All right. Oh, my music? No way it stopped. Oh my God, it did. Yikes, man. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'll definitely do this. I'm just playing another one. No idea how this is going to be. Don't judge. All right. Don't judge. Okay, we're just talking about partial rises, declines, where Bitcoin's got an argument for partial decline right here in this rectangle. All right. On the 4 hour anyway. Daily is really good. All right. Let's go ahead to this requests. Dude, I can already tell this is not a good sign. Just for the record, I do not like this music. I'm not into 90s house music. But I don't know what else to play that would make it, the theme any more 90s. This is as 90s as it gets. Next request was something that's down 99%. Are you talking about the crypto, or are you talking about CNS, Cohen, and Steers Incorporated? Pump my CNS bags. Is it an S coin? It's gotta be the S coin, right? I'm gonna wait for you in chat to say something. Please be paying attention. Play regular music, no big deal. As long as it's quiet enough, it doesn't matter, right? If the music's quiet enough and it's not disrupting the analysis, then none of it matters. Good Lord, dude. I can't do it, man. It's like I can't. The screaming. I don't know why people thought that was attractive music. Yikes.
Peace.
What's up, dude? Dow Jones, I bet that was you. It was Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper, which is 90s related. Thank you so much for the 90s theme. Much love. What am I going to do, man? I don't even know, dude. I'm just going to give it one more shot. One more shot, okay? Sandstorm. Yeah, we can play Sandstorm. Dude, you got to tell me, is CNS the crypto or the stock? Because I'm not going to... Well, I'm looking at CNS, some loser S coin. Lost 99% of its value. It definitely has, right? What a loser. But yeah, finally back at these levels where it might reverse again. Well, yeah, Sandstorm will be copyright, Brad, but it won't be like the stream's getting taken down. Doesn't matter. Everything we play just about is copyright. But it's like soft copyright versus hard copyright is a big deal. Sandstorm's not hard copyright. Bueller. Okay. Okay, whatever. No one's responding to me about what I'm looking at. CNS this or CNS that. Cohen and Sears lose 99% of its value. Yeah, maybe. No, it hasn't. 62K volume. Nice. Looks terrible, dude. It's trying to hold a support, though. Let's go to Ren. Let's go to Ren since it's pumping, and I know Crypto Hoarder wanted me to look at it yesterday, and it was like, dude, it was ready, right? It was at the, like, all you can do is you identify all the variables that are lined up at critical levels, and they're good, and they play out or they don't. And this one had done all the things it needed to do, and look at it now. It's wow, you were breaking a supply line. This is beautiful. This is like the upside potential is amazing. It's huge. Right, you get to critical levels, you get type 2 returns, and on the second low, you get seller exhaustion, and you get supply lines broken. All right, see you at 55 to 59 cents. You jumped across the creek. Not really. I mean, anytime you break a supply line, you can say it's jumping across the creek. It's more so a Wyckoffian terminology. In rectangles, you break supply lines, right? It's kind of like, it's not a supply line in a huge rectangle. I mean, I guess if you zoom out far enough and you're like, the bottom of the range, the top of the range is like 134. Maybe you could look at it like that, but we'll reset. And this thing is up 5.3% on the new day. Sweet. As I'm sure, like, You know, Bitcoin cools off a little bit and does nothing, barely cools off, just hangs out. Altcoins could be going berserk, you know. I guess we can do it, man. Like, why not? You know, it's popular demand. Why not, dude? Right? Why not at least? Of course, they have a 10-hour loop of Darude Sandstorm. Let's do it, dude. At least one time, okay? The whole way. So, Ren, this is like it, man. This is like 60 cents minimum. You ever break 60 cents, this thing's going insane.
Hey,
and this go over $1.
Using 3 take profit targets, what percentage of position size do you take off for each target? Cheers.
I mean, like, normally, it just depends on your level of aggression and what you want to do as a trader. How aggressive are you? Do you want to take profit? Like, you can do 33, 33, 34, 34, 33, 33, 25, 25, 50, 50, 25, 25, 25, or whatever, you know, the 50, 25, 25. It just depends, right? But you're normally doing something like that around those levels, just depending on. I would think that, like, you know, on less significant time scales, like a 60-minute, you'd be doing 33, 33, 33. But then, like, if you're looking at the daily on something like this, you know, you can get creative. You can say at 59 cents, you could take half off because you just have no idea if it's going to break that resistance. And then, you know, 25, 25 on deep retraces from the harmonic side of low, right? So, like half off at 59 cents. But if it breaks that, then you're taking off like 25% maybe at 50% or the 618. And then the other 25% at one of the deeper fib nodes. There's so many ways you can do it, man.
0.006520000 ETH.
Sorry, Crypto Hoarder, man. You were so close, dude. You were so close. Hold on, we got sirens. They're coming to arrest you. Because, yeah, we're not free right now. What happened to music? Oh, okay. What happened to the music, chat?
Welcome to 90 Stream. We got Amazon gonna overtake Books a Million. We got Pets.com. I hear about this new band Nickelback coming. You know, it's late 90s now, but I just got the new Nintendo 64 game. Oh, go! Type of the chat. Yes, that's right. We are on dial-up right now, AOL, so forgive me. But this is the best we got right now, okay?
I think I might play a little Diablo 2 later. We should go back to the tech bubble. That's what I'm supposed to do. 42K holding on Bitcoin. I'm a dude. Sorry. But yeah. Ren, 59 cents upon you. So what's the upside potential right now? Upside potential minimum 31% to 38 to 40%, right? That's your minimum upside like percentage on like where you are now. That's probably where you're going. So these altcoins are awesome. Like they're set up forever. I took a long on an asset today. I'm taking a shot on some of these S coins. You know, not like crazy, insane ones, but like this is I don't know. I really liked the way Tezos was. I think this is like so set up for stupid. I mean, I think you could triple your money in time if all this plays out, or at least double. I'm talking like this is it, dude. Look at this pre-COVID uptrend. Right, this trend has been going on since before COVID, and it was so amazing that it went to test that demand line when at the nadir of the COVID crash before rallying, and then it sold off and tested again and again and again, effing again and again, nonstop. Respect, and you're above like an inflection zone of support and chop. It's so bullish, man. Like, I just can't even emphasize enough how, like, amazing this looks. Sorry, this is kind of, I don't know what happened here. Why is it? It got screwed up or something. Weird, my bad. I don't know how this happened. He's kind of got, like, anyway, yeah, so that's doesn't matter. Like, it's a valid harmonic, valid shark, and its pattern completion zone with the type 2 return, bullish divergence all over the place. I mean, minimum upside for just the scrub target. It's not even like a real, it's a 21% upside, like minimum from here. Easy. And that's not even like, it'll eventually break that and go berserk, dude. Okay, everyone understand what's going on with Tezos, man? Amazing. CPI is dismal. That everyone knows CPI is going to be AIDS. It's going to be terrible, dude. Everyone knows it. The whole world. So if everyone expects bad CPI tomorrow and it's bad, then it's not going to be a big deal. Like, market's like, oh, we know it's terrible. We know what's going on. Imagine just like flipping this chart to gain perspective on how bearish this thing is. All it does is make lower highs, lower lows, and it's at deep value perceived area of the downtrend. Cap up. Bullish argument. Well, you were, unfortunately, it was off, but it might be right here. It might actually show up correct. Here we go. Will I hear the drums? Will I hear the drums, chat? Feeler.
0.006520000 ETH.
Started 1 year too late. You're wrecked. But thank you. Thank you, dude. All right, everyone understand why Tezos could be the key to the city, the entire crypto city? Okay. It's not the only one, right? It's certainly not the only one showing such a valid argument for upside. I mean, like, you know, oh, let's get these requests done. Let me go back to the request, man. I'm running every which way but loose. Next request was the Ruble. The Ruble, dude. Yeah, what a Jesus candle. Good God, man. That is, yeah, one of the largest Marabazoos I've ever seen in my entire life. Yes. Wow. 53% up. Not really sure why, besides maybe it's just going to back test levels. All right, like what? I think maybe, do you think it could have been the whole we're backing off? But it was last night. I don't remember when he and, you know, Zelensky said something about we're backing off NATO. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But what a bounce. And their currency, not too bad now. It was terrible. Now it's not really that bad. It's like you're at higher prices than you were in January 2016 officially now. Interesting. Don't know how long that's going to last. And I don't know if it makes a lower high. Probably going to make a lower high than 1.4366, whatever. Okay, we did it, man. We played Darude Sandstorm. You know what I'm saying, man? We've not, that's like 90s baptized music, right? Or something like that. Wow. Oh my God, dude.
Someone bought a ton of Russian ruble to US dollar futures on the B3 exchange in Brazil. Very confusing.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Anonymous 420, dude. Thank you, dude. Where is it? I could have sworn. What's the Party of Five song from Jock Jams? I can't find it. I don't even know the name of it. Anyone know the song, dude? That's crazy, dude. It's like it's been scrubbed from the internet, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's like Volume 5. Party 5's a band, and I remember being in the 90s listening to that song on a CD player. Whatever, dude. We'll just play this for fun. Yeah, we'll look at
Can you
Veracity.
please take a look at $VRA/USDT on KuCoin?
Sure did. That's the last request. I mean, let's get ready to rumble, chat. Come on, altcoins. Come on, Veracity. It's time. Like, Veracity is another one. Like, for real, dude. It's like Ren, kind of. It's like Tezos. It's time. Like, this is it, dude. Like, this is where the legend of VRA comes to be. One low, a second low, you broke a falling wedge. That's and then a harmonic after, and then the type 2 return and the small harmonic on the large. Dude, this is it. This is trade setup worthy stuff. We got this, dude. Yeah, you're right. A lot of 90s music was terrible, dude. I mean, just to be candid.
Can we check your
But this is
favorite
legendary
FSFD
stuff
now?
right here. This is great. All right. This is... I think you could have a stop below that candle high close from March of 2021 and it'd be perfect. Like, we're talking something like... I know it's up a little bit, you know, but like, just to think about it, maybe a low just below the 2 lows you made locally, right? Where traders set it up on March 7th. And I don't think, like, if you're really swinging for a significant rally here, which makes sense because it's such a large wave structure, your first targets, like, these are like position trades because if it's a 250-day large pattern, invisible on the daily, identified on the daily, it's going to take a while to play out.
Neither can I. 0.00651500 ETH.
So, Crypto Order, thanks for the 1774s. Patriots didn't give up against the Redcoats, neither can you. Well, yeah, we lost a lot of battles. Tons of them, you know. And then one fateful day. Oh, man, you should have been in the community Christmas of 2020. It was amazing. We used Bitcoin, and we applied it to Christmas Eve, Christmas Day for George Washington, and the rebels, where they had to cross the Delaware, and Bitcoin's resistance was the Delaware. And the day of, just like George Washington, Bitcoin breached. And then that was the turning point of the entire war. Thank you, dude. Oh, man. Those were great times. Or it was like, I even said it was like the most exciting Christmas I've had since the Nintendo 64 came out. That was what I also said. So this is how we could size up Veracity, chat. Very, very low risk and amazing upside potential. All right. That's it. Publish this real quick. Freebie, whatever. Merry Christmas. Is that how it works? No. Happy 90s Day, though. What am I worried about? I just got a Nintendo 64 a couple months ago, dude. So it's like harmonic patterns, technical indicators, chart patterns, potential bottom. So good. So freaking good. Wow. Oh, was that it? That was the last part of the song? There you go. Pinged. Okay. Cream. No wonder, dude. Like, that happened. Why is my autoplay on? I never turned this crap on. How do you turn autoplay off? Oh, really? Oh, there it is. Autoplay's off now. Perfect. I don't know, dude. Right? Don't really know. Dude, yeah, some of these songs just scare me. Right? So No, this might be some 2000s too, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, trying to keep it going. Was that the last request? It was when I started looking at it. Oh, FTM now? Egg? Yeah, sure. They look like it was all over for FTM, and it's still not really good at all. Like, it doesn't. I mean, it's trying to bottom out here, I guess. Below, it broke that demand line. Didn't have a very good day yesterday. Yeah, I guess you're continuing that divergence. Yeah, it's real, like a continuation of bullish divergence, right? Where you had it. And then you have more. You're just extending on triple divergence. Dude, how is this? How do people like this music? Like, who came up with that? Why is it just vocal music? Why are people just singing all the time? I'll be more prepared next time, dude. You got to understand how fast we improvised this. Big shout out to Chalen, Gordy Powell, man. He killed it, dude. Like, hey, I need this in my life, and he was like, okay. He was like, okay, and then boom, we got it. Brings my visions to life. Okay. Anyway, so FTM is the M shape. It's the type 2, maybe. Maybe, dude, right? I mean, you could look at it like a sharp, but it's like it's just going to rally like everything else. Just going to rally like everything else. But I think there are better assets out there to long than this. Right? This is making the same low it made pretty much December 2021. Right? If I need to chart it again, I guess I can, just to show you. Right, here's the 886, and at that 886, what's it doing? Continuing to diverge. One low, then the second low. I don't know, man. Like, it could just dump. You know, what if Bitcoin has a bad day? This thing's going down hard. So, yeah, I mean, you're on to something in terms of like harmonic, and then the type 2, and then the divergence is all there. Is it at a critical support? It's at one support. It's at a support from December 14th. And it hasn't broken it yet. So I guess that would be your cutoff. Anything below 127, you're out if you cared about FTM, all right? Oh, there's stuff going on there. Dang it, dude. It was close. Oh, but he got it. He got it, man.
0.0065300088.
America, baby!
Soviet Union collapsed. China's not part of the World Trade Organization. Let's go, dude. Those were great times. Thank you, dude. America. Good times. Bruh. No.
Dash for Bitcoin boy.
Oh, yeah, Dash. My bad. Yeah, let's get to it now. Go to Dash. That was not looking too great, actually. Yeah, it's kind of whacked out. Like, it's not reversing anywhere, and this is not a formal harmonic. We could make it into possibly an alternate bat pattern that goes to a 113, like this. Yeah, that's an alternate bat. This is you ask Scott Carney. Speaking of Scott Carney, we will be doing a home and home tomorrow. The home and home, where I'm on his stream at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and he is on my stream at regular stream time tomorrow. So we're just 2 podcasts, 2 hangouts with the man. Okay, one on his channel, one on mine. So this is the alternate bat, where you make a lower high on C, but a 38% retrace on B. And then on the bat, alternate bat, the PCZ is between the 886 and the 113. Well, this is at the 113. So you got that going for you, but you don't really have any kind of formal support that you're holding, right? I mean, you can clearly see the inflection point, lowest risk area for Dash is down at $56 to $65. You're not there. You're close. But yeah, I mean, like a low, the lower low, trying to make the same low, and you're just continuing to show bullish divergence. Look, man, if Bitcoin's rallying to 50, 58K, this thing's going to rally too. And the first target's going to be 133 to 142. That's it. So yeah, it's there, and could be type 2 on alternate bat. Type 1, maybe type 2 here. And then you do it. So it's like, okay, across the market, man. Yeah, you got some an edge on some of these assets, right? RSI too, showing divergence. Can't be surprised. Oh, if I wake up and Bitcoin's respecting the TA for real, and then all of a sudden Dash is rallying to 140, I'm not going to be surprised, right? Bitcoin is the tide that lifts all ships, right? Cody, yeah, they're probably, I think there still will be, unless something, I missed 2 weeks ago because of concert, but last week we had a 2-hour Patreon hangout, so it should be fine on for tomorrow night. Yep. Okay. Are we cool on Dash, BitBoy, or what is it, Bitcoin Boy? Close to BitBoy. Thank you, dude, for the 50 silver chat. And that was the last request. Officially, yeah, it was. But yeah, Bitcoin's cooling off a little bit on the new day, out the gate. Actually, what's doing is, it kind of had a 4-hour candle close below the inflection point of 42K, 41,986, and is back testing it as resistance for now until something changes. That's resistance is resistance again for now on the 4-hour. No big deal. Still above 60 on the RSI. Who cares? You even fall below it now. I mean, it's fine. Everything's good. You're just making higher lows. A lot of accumulation. No, I did not skip natural gas. In G1, we looked at it briefly. Still making higher lows. Still below the 200-day moving average. Still fine. Yep.
Can we check near USDT?
What's up, Eggman? Yeah. We'll do it. Thanks. Welcome to the 90s, Egg. Welcome. Near was greatish. Right, Near had that harmonic. We identified a harmonic, but it reacted really well at the 886, below the demand line. Not really anywhere. There was no formal support where it reacted. It was just the 886, and it happened. And it's broke back above the demand line and back tested it as support. So it was a upsloping spring back test of spring amazingly, right? And now you're above 1037. 1037 on the daily. It must be a candle high close from September last year. Let's go. It is. All right. So very good. Nice green candle yesterday. So you broke a critical resistance. So maybe you back tested. Great news on Near is it's back above the 200-day simple moving average. It made a low, and now it's making a higher low with a form of confirmation, an indicator, a technical indicator, very strong. This is really good. The momentum is very strong on Near, and if the macro recovers, this is going to do very well. Yeah, I think if Bitcoin's going to 50, 58K, this thing's eventually going to see $16 again. Way up here. I know you're going to start at, you're going to go to 1325 first, and then after 16. Oh, is that a Miami remix I'm hearing? Those were good times, dude. I can't believe we're getting closer and closer to a year on that. Well, we're only 3 months away. Feels just like yesterday we were down in Miami. Wow. Hanging out with Mr. Connie, man, himself. And all the peoples. We'll have to do something again at some point. Okay, that's it. It's your Near. It's technically very strong right now. Very strong uptrend. Hitting deep resets in the uptrend and reacting very well and back testing supports as support again and breaking resistance. That's very nice. Very nice on Near. Could continue its uptrend. Look how it all started. Big M shape in July last year, like many. But just think about how many S coins are at or lower than their July 2021 lows. A lot of them are actually. This one is so much higher.
Take a look at XDC. Thanks.
Near is up 613% from its July lows. Let's go to something, just some random tepid scrub coin. Let's go to EOS. How you doing, EOS? What are you? So Near is up 600% from its July low, and EOS June, July, is down 33% from its July lows. You have to pay attention to this stuff, right? When you put in major bottoms like we saw in the S&P, we're talking about Bitcoin's outperformance and Ethereum's outperformance, crypto's outperformance to the index funds. That's real, and it might show itself when those index funds, the macro, start catching some bids. You saw it, Bitcoin. Wow, look at it blasted off. So this is below its critical support. This is terrible. Oh my God. You know, I'm just going here to make an example out of a loser, but what a freaking loser. You know, below its support, back tested resistance as resistance again is below it. All this divergence is turning into nothing. So near outperformer, EOS, massive underperformer. And below all very, very strong real supports, you're below it right now. This is terrible, dude. I guess you're at the 114 now? No, not even yet. I mean, the divergence can still play out. It can still blast off eventually. But it's just, why own this when you have so many assets to own that are not down 30% from their July 2021 lows? Okay, that XDC for Chris. Thanks for 20. I didn't see that. My bad. Let's go, dude. Let's go right now. 100%. Yeah, this is 100% M. It happens. Very real, though. Very real support. Oh, I love this. I love this price action down here. Okay, think about it. You sprung, or you really did, you fell below it, but you rallied, and look how just the perfect test. I'm talking to the dollar. Where traders settled up at their lowest point May 23rd of last year is exactly where it reacted and began to reverse. What a bullish candle yesterday. XDC opening at 47 cents and then closing the day at 55 cents. A huge upside. But that could be it. That could be the bottom. A spring back test to spring type situation. And if that's the case, I mean, first target 59 cents. Just like these candle high closes from May. Right, you were kind of range bound for a little while. That's probably where you're headed to. Say 59 cents. You break 59 cents. Easy target of like 68 cents. So yeah, I mean, lots of divergence down here. It wasn't perfect. Think about it. June, July last year, it lost all its value. Bitcoin only lost 88% of its value. Ethereum only lost 78% of its value. Near didn't lose anything close to that, right? So, I mean, there are just better assets out there, but certainly XDC is at a very real low risk area where, of course, bounces happen at points like this, right? See it? The gray zone. Okay. Yeah, diverging. Could go higher. First test, again, 59 cents, then 68 cents after. Massive M, right? Far exceeded an 886, which is weak. But whatever. I feel like I'm at a skating rink. It was my first job I ever had. It was a summer job in high school, and it's called Skates 280, and we play music like this all the time.
QNT, smiley face.
Crypto Benji, thanks for the 20. Yeah, look at QNT. Why are you smiling so much, dude? What's making you so jovial? Yeah, it's another one. Yes. Oh my God, dude. You talk about a spring back test of spring here, right? That is a back test of spring behavior, right? Where, yeah, it's a candle open. I don't know. Got listed. It's still a very real level that market participants are certainly looking at. I mean, it's being regarded as a true support. You sprung, you back tested. This is an M shape. This is a miniature M. You go to the less significant time scales, you probably be able to identify it. It's one I don't go to, but here it is. It's perfect. It's like a shark, a perfect freaking shark. Was that? B doesn't really matter too much on the shark, but the 886 is very important. And what did you do? Like the Jesus, man. I'm talking, you get it, right? It's not like, 90%. It's not 82, 85. It's not 100. It's literally 88% retrace right here where it bottomed to the cent, to the 10th of a cent, actually. That is ridiculous. So you sprung back above that level and you're holding it. And now you're making higher lows. Momentum is clearly shifting lows, lower lows, lowest low. Higher low, higher low. Momo shift. It's the Momo shift. Very good for now. You're trying to get back up with that 200 moving average, but you talk about low risk areas. I don't think it gets much lower risk than that. So yeah, it could be trying to bottom out here. A lot of work to be done, but it's okay. Double bottoming at this $100 area. So I think if it held eventually 144 would be your first major target. If you ever broke 144, you go to 191. Those are your targets. Okay, 144, 191. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Okay, Creeb. It's kind of like an Adam and Eve. Potential double bottom. Right, the V and the U. Adam and Eve, potential double bottom. All right, neckline of the potential double bottom is like 158. Break that. Hey, above 200 measured move. Yep, good stuff. Very good stuff on Q&T. Very interesting price action to a critical level. That's what's important. Okay, bullish convergence because it made a higher low technically. Anything else? Supply line? How's that supply line? How does that look like? Oh, hey, let's go to Q&T, Benji man. Crypto Benji, look what's happened. A supply line that goes all the way back to September of 2021 has been breached. 1 and 2. You upthrusted, you broke it, you're back testing it as support. As you back test the supply line as a demand line, you're also back testing that low from July of last year. Very, very strong stuff going on here. It's not bad. Not bad. It may not do well, but I'm just telling you, you want to talk about low risk, this is as lowest risk of areas as you can get pretty much on the daily. It'll take weeks and weeks, maybe months to play out eventually, but this is really good bottom indication. Talk about maybe a falling wedge. It did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches pretty much. This is like a massive falling wedge. Nice one, Benji, man. Yeah, a lot of upside on this. Okay. That's it, dude.
Bruh.
So that was the last request. Been live for 1 hour and 42 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that bell at sub. We got a new day. It's looking Bitcoin, not above the level yet, but soon. Just wait. That right there. That third low. The third low. To me, that's the sign of strength. A sign of strength. And reinvigorates the argument presented already, right? That's here. That it's done. It's over. It's done selling, and a new wave is going to begin, and it's an up wave, not a down wave. Okay. So I think we're good, man. So I appreciate everyone coming out, enjoying. I hope you enjoyed the 90s stream. What's going on? Why am I in Iceland or something? What's happening? Anyone? Who brought me here? Oh, okay. I see what happened. Sorry. Autoplay. So dumb. Who turned on autoplay? I didn't do that. Must be hackers. Russian hackers, dude. There we go. Okay. So I think you all understand. I think like you watched the stream today and you're like, if you paid attention, you have a better grip on what happened today, what's going on across the markets, and what could be coming next. Right? That's the whole point of my existence. And hopefully you learned something too along the way of not learning about staying up to date on the trends, the macro, the markets, but also maybe the educations of the traditional technical analysis, right? So So thanks again for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thanks so much, Crypto Hoda, 21035, Session Top Jesus Man. And y'all just be good. Pay attention to that 42K.
So until next time, respect the T. A.